quick tutorial video because the running in Madden in general, not just Madden 17, seems to be pretty dynamic, to be perfectly honest. You can have success a lot of different ways as a user. I mean, I know some guys won't even. This video is specifically teaching you how to be more efficient. Not necessarily blow up like 90-yard runs every single play, but maybe 4 yards, 5 yards consistently, if that's what you're looking for. I think that's what you should be looking for. I know there's always people who just have a speed running back and just run sweeps every play. Just get around the edge. You could do it that way, but I'm going to teach you the right way. Now, I'm in a online league. I'm using a custom playbook. I'm normally in an online league where had some pretty good success as a running back. My running back's 73 overall, power back, and over 3,000 yards, so not a terrible season, but I'm just going to kind of give you a little bit of tips and pointers of what exactly I look for. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. I'll just show you the running back I'm using. See, I tried to hastily, with the little time I have, try to make the team I have in this online league. So, it's the running back I use. He, as you can see, speed's not amazing. I found that you don't absolutely need speed, but you need like to be at a certain level at the very least to hit the holes in time. Because I made a power back with low speed and found that a lot of the holes I was trying to hit would close up too quickly. Because Madden likes to do this thing where a defensive tackle just flies off a block if he's over a certain overall. So to combat that somehow, as you can see, my trucking is all the way up and my stiff arm is all the way up, as well as my carrying. But that is the most amazing stats I have. Everything else is very average or below average. And obviously this is a Bears offensive line, so it's never going to be very good. But that's what we're working with. Okay, I'm going to try to give you an idea of what I look for. I'm going to set the defense as a nickel kind of look to start, because whenever I see a nickel, I run this play. As you can see, the blocks, there's a 6-man box and I have 6 blockers. So what I usually look for is a hole is going to open up on the left side because there's a gap right there, as you can see. So I'm already looking at that. And then as soon as I run my play, I'm looking for the backs of my blockers. Because if they're squared up with the D tackle, then Madden's just going to throw them right off them. So, here's a quick example. As you can see, that hole opened up because there's a space right there. So what I did is a few things. First of all, I've noticed online play and CPU play just in general, if you hold down the acceleration button too much, then for whatever reason, whenever you're holding down the acceleration button, the defense gets off blocks much more easily. So usually when I'm hitting the hole, I don't hold down the acceleration button until I see a hole. So like when I'm about there, maybe, or about there, I hold down the acceleration button just so I could find that hole. As you can see, if I were a faster running back, this number, who was that, number 28, would have filled that hole because I would have hit it too quickly. But since my speed is like relatively above average, I'm able to, by the time I do hit that hole, everybody's hit their blockers, but not take it too long where they'd be taking off their block. And then it's just a one-on-one on that. Oh, that poor safety. Good God. Alright. I guess I will show you kind of a different example. Now, an important thing that people seem to overlook is being able to run, having the ability to run into those when they stack the box. You know what I mean? Like occasionally with an 8-man box, and usually when they have a 7-man box. It's important to know how to run against those kind of formations, because you don't want anybody, a CPU or a user player, to know when you're running and when you're passing. You know what I mean? So generally, I found if you find a way to run into these 7-man boxes, then you could have success, because you could keep someone on their toes. Now, once again, you see there's a gap between the outside linebacker, from my left outside linebacker, and the middle linebacker. So that's probably where our hole is. I'm gonna plan to cut it back into that the B gap right there between 77 and 60. As you can see, pretty nice gain, 7 yards. It's not necessarily complicated, you know. Like you kind of like you want to get an initial hole, and then from that point, the stick work should be able to get you through any other problems you see. In my opinion, if you could gain 4 or 5 yards consistently every time you touch the ball, then you'll start breaking runs, and your yards per carry will be insane. As you can see, now the hole wasn't there, so I just stick with what I have, and since my running back is slow enough, I'm able to let those holes open up. As you can see, I'm not holding down the acceleration button, just waiting for a hole to open up. I didn't cut it back right there, because as you can see, this block right here is already being shedded, because these are not very good offensive linemen. So if I were to take that hole, he would have met me in the gap. Could be a 2-yard gain, could be less. Really depends. So I really you kind of stay relaxed. You take whatever hole they give you. Don't expect to go in a specific hole, and do not hold down the acceleration button the entire play, because then they're just going. Madden's just gonna kick your ass, as you can see. It's a good 6 yard, 7 yard gain. It's solid. You want that shit. Give probably one more example. As you can see, we have the corner is chilling out there. Now you don't want to run towards that. I always try to bounce these inside or audible them inside as much as possible, because right now we have 4 blockers maybe coming to that sweep, and they have 4 defenders. And then you're 1-on-1 on that middle linebacker. 9 times out of 10 he's gonna undercut that, and I'll show you. It's a gain, but it's not as good as we want, as opposed to bouncing that inside and eating as many yards as we want, you know. Alright, that's all I got for right now. That's really my approach. I just do exactly that in different formations. I always have a sweep or outside run and a zone or inside run on audible at all times, so I'm able to see how they line up and then play from there. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope this does something for somebody. Try to do more videos in the future, possibly explaining how. I mean, like I said, if you're the type of person that likes to catch passes with their running back and just run sweeps and just beat them off speed, that's fine too. But I found as a user, it's easier to, once you find out your opponent does that, it's much easier to adjust to it and shut down their running game, as opposed to if you find a way to run into 7 and 8 man boxes, you could be really dangerous as a player. And this correlates to real life football too. I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty good running back out here, and a lot of it is being patient and reading your blocks. So thanks for watching, and hope to see y'all soon.